Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to another episode. So I'm down to the nitty-gritty. I am running out of content and I've done just about everything that I have in my inventory. There shouldn't be anything that doesn't run in my sheds in the back. This is a commercial Bilt mulcher. I got it for free.
For free! For free!
That's right, free. From my friend Bill Martini. He gave it to me in Motherload 33 or something. I remember there was an episode on this already, and that it wasn't running right because it was missing the linkages on here. And believe it or not, this older Briggs & Stratton Quantum engine, one of the first generations of the Quantum engine, it's only a 4 horsepower engine, and I can't seem to find the governor on it. So when I was trying to attach the linkages that were missing when I got it, I couldn't figure out where the governor was. So how does it even govern the throttle, the speed, the RPMs? How does it do it? So anyway, I just made my own linkages to get it running, but I remember it didn't run right, and you couldn't really control it with the throttle lever because it just wasn't clear to me at the time. Today I'm going to try to figure it out. Also, this mower has built-in front self-propulsion. It spins the front axle, but because these wheels are not the original OEM wheels, where the hub of the wheel has to be like an oblong rectangle-ish type hole. These are just aftermarket good wheels, but it has a simple round hole. So when the rectangle hub axle spins, it just spins on the round hole. So I was thinking, why waste a mower that has self-propulsion, but just because you don't have the wheels to match it, it's not going to have self-propulsion. So I figured I'd jam something in there to serve as like a key to spin the wheels so we have at least front self-propulsion. But the main point of this is I can't really sell this thing with the engine running the way it does. So I got to fix it. May have to change a carburetor or something like that. Just figure it out. I might have to take apart the whole top just to figure out where the governor is and how the throttle works. It has good oil in it. The gas has been completely dried out. There's no gas in it, bone dry, and it has a bad gas cap, but I don't have another gas cap. So we'll put some gas in it and see how it runs. Has a clean gas tank. That's too much gas that I wanted to put in there, but whatever. All right. Should we just try to start it? There is a choke, believe it or not. Actually, that's not bad. But, the throttle is not precise. Like if you lower it, it'll idle pretty well, but then when you just move it a little bit, it'll like rev really high. So while it does actually function as a lawnmower, I don't know, maybe I should just leave it the way it is and don't mess with it, right? Sell it for really cheap just to get rid of it. Might just do that after all. But there is an engagement for the front self-propulsion. And if you don't engage it, it's just a push mower. But when you engage it, the hubs actually turn. I'll show you. So I'm going to start it up again and then engage the self-propulsion and just check out that hub over there. So I remove the cotter pin from the axle, and the aftermarket wheel that goes on here actually has a separate bearing hub on the inside. So even if I did put the key in between this square thing, see how it looks square or a rectangle? Putting a rectangle thing in a round hole. So when this rotates, it just spins anyway. So even if I did put a key in there, it would still spin freely because it's a bearing. So the only way I could get this front self-propulsion to work is if I got the OEM wheels, which I looked up, and this is how much it is. You think I'm going to sell a $50 mower after spending that kind of money? No way. So just to get the front self-propulsion going, it's like a new wheel, you know what I mean? You're not going to have to change it anytime soon. If I sell this super cheap, somebody may buy it. I'm just going to tack weld the middle hub to the shaft and from the bearing to the wheel so that the wheel cannot possibly spin except through the spinning transaxle. And if you wanted to push it too, it freely turns too. Easily. I'm just not with your fingers. So you can push it if you want and not use the self-propulsion, or you could use the self-propulsion and it'll work. Before, the wheel was kind of rubbing against this frame here, you know, the height adjustment area. And if you look at the wheel, right, this part is bowed outward. This part isn't. It was on backwards, so that this was scraping onto that. So if you just flip it backwards with the hub that's like this, oblong or concave, it won't rub. So I'm just going to tack weld it from the axle to the middle bearing to the wheel. I'm just going to do it. I absolutely love this welder. This is the Best Arc. I got it for a review. It has the capability of MIG and MMA, which now I find out that you can MIG weld without gas and it ignites as if you had gas. So it's fantastic. Works great. And it's so small and compact too. It also has another for stick welding too, which I like to do. But stick welding, you can't be precise in small areas, you know, so you have to use the MIG style. And this thing, I mean, just without gas, it seems like you had gas, you know what I mean? Because of the electricity that comes out and the blue color and all that stuff. Really good. Anyway, a lot of fun using this. I haven't used this too much. This is just a dedicated stick welder. But yeah, check out one of my reviews, Best Arc. If you guys like welding or want to try it, this one's like $89. Super cheap. Anyway, so it's done. It's front wheels are now welded to the axle, and you can free roll it if you wanted to use it as a push mower. And we'll start it up and see if the propulsion works now. Starts really easily. So while I was planning on changing the carburetor and figuring out the governor and stuff, firing it right up with just some gas seems to run pretty good. We welded the axle to the wheel, so now we have the front self-propulsion working, and it mowed my lawn just fine. Probably sell this between $50 and $100. We'll see what happens. Now on to the next thing. As you know, I've got these two home lights that I picked up the street. I got one working, and it bothered me that I didn't even try to get the second one going. So I changed the car, put some fuel lines, put a fuel filter on there, and it starts and stops. But that's good enough for me, as long as I know that it works. You put a new carb on there, $8, $5, whatever, it'll run great. So now I can list them two starting and running weed whackers. Needs attention, needs CLC, mechanic special. $40 for two instead of just $10 for both. And as you guys remember, this is the Husqvarna 125 BT backpack leaf blower. I got it from a trade. I traded my shredded wood chipper shredder to the guy. The guy gave me this.
Okay, but we're gonna have the manhandle across. Yeah. Oh, no sweat. Hey, you can always give me ammo. So you see the Calvin thing or what? No, repeat. Change the name to Top Shot or something now. Yeah, let's get this up there. Oh, be careful, might get hot on the muffler. Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
However, when he came over, he said it was missing the air filter cover and he couldn't find it. So I told him, well, if you find it, mail it to me or buy me one on Amazon and send it to my address. He's like, okay. And then a couple of days later, he says, hey, can we trade back? I don't really like the shredder. And I'm like, trade back? No, we're not going to trade back. A deal's a deal. He can't figure out how to start it, and you know, he's just a dumbass, you know. Electric start, a pull start, and he couldn't figure out what the choke was. Was it this way or that? You know what I mean? And then finally he did get it started, and he goes, oh, I still don't really like it. Can we trade back? And I'm like, no, we can't trade back. I guess you're not going to send me the cover now. He's like, no. whatever. I am glad to get rid of the shredder because I totally did not want it. I'd rather use this. I'll make a cover for this and then sell it. It runs. Let's see. It's okay. I'll sell it for like 100. There you go. I took an old Ryobi tool bit box, cut it in a corner, painted it black, drilled a hole, put the screw through the thing, and there you go. I've got an air filter cover, sorta. Anyway, so I'll list this for like 150 and see if any nut buys it. It'll definitely sell before fall when all the leaves are all over the place. So in essence, my chipper shredder junk will gain me 100 to 150 bucks, hopefully. And if not, whatever, I'll keep it. It works, runs okay.
110. So this is for you or for your cousin, yeah? You're a good cousin.
So I feel great, personal satisfaction, because I've repaired and fixed everything in my possession. I don't have anything else left on my property to fix. Everything that needs to be repaired and gone over is done. It just feels fantastic. I'm always overwhelmed with the amount of to-do lists. It's part of my OCD. You know, when you have things that are outstanding, that are yet to be fixed, I feel like I need to get to it, you know? And it's very rare that I ever have a moment like this where I can now kind of relax and wait for the next thing that I get. And sure enough, I'm gonna get something. But anyway, thanks a lot for joining me on today's brief episode on getting the lawnmower going, fixing the 2 home lights, and also repairing the missing cover for the Husqvarna. Now I have plenty of things to sell, not anything to fix. I might get around to the Rodimus Prime. I haven't touched it in 3-4 years. I might pull that out, get everything going, and eventually sell it. It'll be interesting to see how many people are interested in that, because it's a 4-wheel steering tractor, which is very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe. It's free. That's right, free. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.